Okay, team, we're going to start our practice. We have read the Giver chapter 1, chapter 2. Today we're working chapter 3, okay? I have shared a Google document with each group. Everybody has access, though I want you to work in groups, okay? And what you will have to do is you will highlight, okay? Highlight difficult words, adjectives, and verbs. Okay? Try to focus on perception verbs. Yeah. If you find any, don't worry. I will go over the texts with each group to do a quick reading and help you find those words if you think it's a little difficult. Okay? So, with the difficult words, I want you to use the comment features in the Google document in order to write a guessed meaning, okay? Do not go online, don't search the meaning. We will create comprehension questions to find out those meanings, okay? Now, if we focus on adjectives and verbs of perception, I will let you know what we are going to do in a minute, okay? So right now, I will pull out a document and I will highlight some words for you and show you the comments, the comment feature, okay? The comments features. Very good. So over here, for example, in this document, give me two words that are new for you, that you're like, teacher, I don't understand what that means. Peered, okay, very good. Peered. And over here, perfect. So you will highlight it, okay? Use a color, different color to highlight the new words. And you see this button? It says add comment. So here I want you to write, just brainstorm, write the meaning. What do you think it means? Okay. Peered. I don't know, like look at, for example, or um, curious about, something like that, okay? Whatever comes to your mind, guess the meaning, okay? Now choose a different color, to highlight adjectives, okay? And let me give you an example. So here's an adjective, okay? So here, a different color, adjectives. Choose a color for new words, a color for adjectives, and a color for verbs, okay? Now, a verb, in this case, perception. Remember, perception, like those verbs that express the way you perceive something, yeah? Like the way you see, you hear, you think about something, okay? I am going to guess, for example, this verb. Okay, we will go over that vocabulary in a moment. I'm giving you an example right now. So different color new words, different color adjectives, different color verbs. Okay? Okay, very good. Now I'm going to open one of the documents, okay? And we're going to check the activity, okay? Let me choose one over here. Great. Good job, guys. You've done a great job so far. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to review one of the documents so I can explain to you what's the activity, what's the goal. Okay, I'm going to choose a random one. Hold on. Perfect. You've done a great job, guys. Okay, so here we have yellow new words, okay? And verbs pink and adjectives green. Okay, excellent. Now let's start over here. We have verb. Let's start here. Verb, adjective, and new word, right? What is giggled? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Like that cute laugh of somebody as a perception, right? Here is where we start understanding the meaning of perception verbs, okay? Perception verbs, in this case, remember, they give a sense or, like they describe that you notice, that you sense or seem something, the perception of something. When we use the word giggle, it's like an auditory emotional reaction, right? In this case, it is a positive one, right? A positive reaction. Perfect. So positive reaction before the strange word. Okay. So the perception that Lily, had about this word, right? Lily giggled at the strange word. Giggled at her perception towards this word. Okay. Now, she peered at the unwrapped new child who waved his arms. Peered. So here we have a father glanced at it. That is another perception verb, which means, do you think? Like a visual perception, like a positive as well. Yes. He glanced at it. That was a visual perception. Visual perception. And then he called it hippo. Lily giggled at that strange word. And then she peered at the unwrapped new child who waved his arm. Waved his arm. Peered. In this case, peered is also a perception verb, okay? New word and also a verb, so pink word, yellow and pink. Peered, like a visual perception as well. What's the difference between glance and peer? Because glance is also a visual perception. So it's more like take a brief, hurried look, like brief. Look at it briefly, okay? And now, peered, look with concentration, okay? So in this case, we have the comparison between what the father did at the creature, right? Glanced at it, like a fast perception, and he called it hippo, and then Lily giggled and she peered, like she closed carefully. She paid careful attention, right? Visual perception, looking closely to the baby, okay? Looking closely to the baby. Here, then we have some other descriptions. The baby is so cute. So if you can connect, Lily giggled at the word, right? The word was assigned to the creature, the baby. Then she looked closely and then she said, they are so cute. Positive perception, the action to look closely, and the reaction. With the adjective, we are giving a description to that. In this case, our object is a baby, in order to complement that perception, okay?